This weekend, I had the opportunity to go play in a local event, which I was very excited for because I don't get to do that as often as I would like. It was at a local shop here in Vegas called Trading Card Garage. Fantastic place. The owner, Ivy, is wonderful. Her store is very family friendly, kid oriented. I love taking my boys there. Even if they don't play, they always have a good time. And like I said, she is she and her store are just fantastic. Anyway, since we were in the last week of the Whispers in the Well meta, we've got 1 week before pre-release of the next set Winter Spell, and so instead of doing just another constructed night, uh, she decided to do something very interesting. It's an event, kind of event that really appeals to me because it introduces different rules and forces you to look at your deck in new and interesting ways. Um, this is the same store that some last year I went and played Lorcana Commander there, which was picking one character with a dual colored ink character, and then building a deck around there where you can only have one copy of any card in the deck. I went with Anna Magical Mission, which is still one of my favorite puns in Lorcana, Anna Magical Mission. But I, I I I believe I posted a video about that, or I did a video about that, and I went 1 and 2. So but it was a fun experience, and I would love to do it again. Um, Also for Infinity Weekend, they did franchise night. You followed the Infinity constructed format, but all your cards had to be from the same movie franchise, which I think is an interesting deck building uh, restriction, and one that I'm actually playing with myself, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But tonight was Porcana night. So all the rules are the same for core constructed. The main difference is you can only use commons and uncommons, and that was too interesting of an idea for me to pass up. So I ended up going to the shop and putting in my time. We did 3 rounds with a pack per win and an extra pack going to the overall winner, and the anyone who went 0 and 3 getting commiseration pack. And I will say that I got an extra pack because I did not win a single round. It was bad. My first match was up against Amethyst Steel, and Amethyst Steel has really good removal, and I have kind of an aggro build with a bunch of evasives, and I could not keep them on the board to quest. And then my second round was a lot closer. He was playing Amethyst Emerald, which was a very interesting build. I I won the first match. He had Emerald Chromicon out, but I was able to outpace him because aggro, and I won it that way. Second game was a lot closer, and we were getting down to the end where I made sure that on his next turn he could not win. He was close, but he couldn't win. Whereas I could win my next turn. Well, with no cards in hand, he top decks Gathering, what is it, Wisdom and Knowledge, where an unequal 2 cost action where you play it and you gain 2 lore. He was at 18, so we won with a top deck to beat all top decks. And then I can't be mad at that at all. But then the next game, it happened again. Like I made sure he couldn't win. I did my math, and I'm like, okay, the best I can do is keep you from getting any higher than 19, but I can win the next turn. And then he top decks the White Rose. He top decked the White Rose, so I lost that match or that round because both games he top decked the exact card that would beat me, exactly the exact amount of lore he needed. So I can't be mad about it, but it was really funny. And then second round or third round, I was up against the mirror match. Mine was more aggro build. His was more control, and I won the first game because I outpaced him. Second and third game, I did not though. So I went 0 and 3, and I got a commiseration pack, we'll call it. But she had a small raffle, and I ended up winning another pack of Whispers. So I opened up 2, nothing too spectacular. I did pull a foil Scary Sight, which That's an interesting card. It wasn't the right kind of foil, if you know what I mean. It wasn't the enchanted scary sight or spooky sight, but not scary sight, spooky sight. But still, spooky sight's not a bad card. So that was a fun one. But yeah, I love these kinds of events. I really I want to do more of them. I like quirky deck building rules and seeing what I can do, what restrictions I have to play around. But I'm actually working on something very similar. In my own in my own time. I'm putting together my movie pod. So it's a tool case that I had for other things, and I'm not using it anymore. So I'm building. My goal is to build 10 franchise decks where every card in the deck is from the same franchise. Maybe make an exception for Lorcana original cards like the Chromicons or Salia Azurite Sea, stuff like that. Maybe. I've built some good ones. I built some not so good ones. So I got to go back to the drawing board and just kind of make sure they're all in the same vein. I like the Frozen deck. I like the Big Hero 6 deck. The Peter Pan deck's a lot of fun. The Mulan deck is needs a little bit of tweaking. The Lion King deck that I built did not work, and this I am planning to do a whole video about this in the future. So once I get everything settled, I'll kind of go through and detail everything. I've got so many video plans. I've got like 5 or 6 videos that I've half shot or need to edit, and then a whole bunch of other ideas. It's just I'm getting a little bit behind, unfortunately, but I'm working on it. Right now, of course, I'm trying to get a review video out where I've already got a couple for Whispers in the Well, or excuse me, not Whispers, Winter Spell. I looked at the legendaries, looked at the underdog cards, and now I'm doing just a general review of some of the ones that I think are really good from each color. And then I want to do one about the enchanteds because the enchanteds in this set are absolutely beautiful. I mean, for the most part, there's not a single enchanted that I wouldn't love to pull and keep in my collection, with a few exceptions that I would prefer to flip for ones that I really love. Um, I mean, I love Frozen Enchanteds because of my daughter, so I have the 3 songs. I'm missing the Elsa, and I'm missing uh, the Olaf. But actually, I've been on an enchanted kick lately, so I actually went to a local shop and traded for On a True Hearted, which I love this card. It's in the Frozen movie deck. I want to make this work in a casual format. So getting the enchanted, I really was glad I got my hands on this. So, of course, Winter Spell is introducing a bunch of more Frozen enchanted. So that's gonna that new Anna, that new Elsa, that new The Cold Never Bothered Me enchanted, all very nice. And then, of course, the Darkwing Duck enchanted. I grew up watching Darkwing. I've got a signed gas gun from by Jim Cummings. It was a toy gas gun I had as a kid, and I met Jim Cummings at a convention and had him sign it. I specifically went there to get it signed. So um, I love Darkwing Duck, and the Darkwing Duck and Let's Get Dangerous enchanted are just beautiful. Like I said, they're most of the enchanters I would love to add to my stash here, and a couple I would probably flip for others that I want to add. So we'll see if I get any luck with Winter Spell next week. Um, we'll open some with my kids, open some on the channel, and just get back to daily pack openings hopefully soon. Um, but yeah. Um, but I've been busy keeping myself busy. I mean, been doing reviews and testing on a couple of websites that do those things just against AI. Nothing too spectacular. And then, like I said, I've been on a bit of an enchanted kick. So I got the Elsa, or excuse me, the Anna, but I also picked up a Scrooge McDuck, richest duck in the world, and then I got a the Baloo enchanted from Whispers in the Well. I love those Whispers enchanted. I think they're so beautiful. And the reason why I've been kind of on this kick is I made a mistake, and my wife and I went through and looked. She looked at all the enchantments, and she hadn't ever done this before, but she's like, "That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I wouldn't mind having that," and so forth. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I decided to get her something, and I've already given it to her. She knows about it. because we're also into board games, and she found a killer deal on the Mistborn deck building game. So she got me that for Valentine's Day, and I got her the Enchanted Arthur for Valentine's Day because she loves Sword in the Stone. Um, so anyway, yeah, it's been a really good couple weeks. We've been board game thrifting, going to various thrift stores and buying board games. We've done fairly well. So I got a lot of those that have been going on, but I don't have the time. I haven't been able to play a lot of them because I've been busy getting ready for Lorcana. I mean, there's so much to talk about with Lorcana coming out and things I want to do. Like there was a brand new set of comprehensive rules. The second version came out. We need to go talk about that stuff. I've got a whole bunch more beginner and how-to videos that I want to do. Um, just play videos. I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of plans, especially for the next few months, and I really am excited about it. And I hope you are as well. I hope you stick around for the all 12 of you who are watching these videos, which I appreciate. Anyway, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. Just go down there and click on that. Maybe give this video a like, but yeah, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos when they do pop up here in very short order. But anyway, let me just say, I love this game. I love this community, and I really appreciate everyone who engages with us on this. So I wanted to just thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.